I cheated because you didn't fight for me enough, she admitted, so I stopped fighting altogether. Now she's on TikTok crying about how men are trash while I'm on vacation with my new girlfriend. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I should have known something was off when Lisa started taking her phone to the bathroom. It wasn't like her. We'd been together 3 years, lived together for 2, and she'd never been secretive. But suddenly, she'd get a text. Her face would do this weird flicker, and she'd vanish for 10 minutes. When I joked about it, she rolled her eyes. God, Mark, relax. It's just my sister. Except her sister lived in the same time zone, and these texts always came at 1 a.m. I didn't push it. That was my mistake, apparently. The discovery, it was a Tuesday. Lisa was in the shower, and her iPad buzzed on the coffee table. A notification flashed, deleted message from Jake. I stared. Then another. Last night was fire, when can I see you again? My stomach dropped. Lisa came out, towel wrapped around her, still humming. She froze when she saw my face. What's wrong? I held up the iPad. Who's Jake? Her expression didn't even change. Just this cold, detached shrug. Seriously? You're snooping now. You left it open. Whatever. She snatched it, thumbed the screen. It's not a big deal. Silence. The shower kept dripping behind her. So you're cheating, I said. She exhaled, like I was exhausting her. It just happened, okay? Jake's passionate. He wants me. You just exist next to me. I laughed. I couldn't help it. That's your excuse? I didn't want you enough. Maybe if you'd fought for me once, gotten jealous, anything, I wouldn't have needed to. Her voice sharpened, like this was my fault. You're just safe. Boring. I looked at her, really looked. The girl who'd cried when I surprised her with concert tickets last year. Who'd told me, drunk on champagne at her birthday, you're my person. Now, she was a stranger. Okay, I said. Her eyebrows shot up. Okay. Yeah. If I'm so boring, you shouldn't have to suffer through me. I walked to the bedroom, yanked my duffel bag from the closet. Wait, you're leaving? She trailed after me, incredulous. That's it. No yelling, no begging. Jesus, Mark, this is what I mean. I tossed in clothes, my toothbrush. What do you want me to say, Lisa? You slept with someone else because I didn't act upset enough? That's insane. It's not about ugh. She threw her hands up. You don't get it. Jake adores me. He texts me good morning. He notices when I change my hair. I zipped the bag. Cool. Hope he keeps noticing. She blocked the doorway. You're really just walking out? After 3 years. I met her eyes. You ended us the second you let him touch you. I'm just saving us the drawn-out breakup. For the first time, she looked uneasy. So that's it. No discussion. Nope. I shouldered past her. You're pathetic, she spat. No wonder The door shut behind me before she could finish. The aftermath, I drove to a buddy's couch. Didn't cry. Didn't rage. Just sat in the quiet, replaying her words. You're just safe. Boring. By midnight, her Instagram was updated. A mirror selfie, lipstick smudged, caption. When you finally cut dead weight nail polish, I blocked her. Everywhere. Then I slept like the dead. The silence for the first 72 hours, I expected to feel like shit. That's how breakups work, right? The sleepless nights, the stomach-twisting grief, the desperate urge to text her just to hear something. Anything, even if it's cruel. But the strangest thing happened. I didn't feel much at all. Just numb. My buddy, Ryan, let me crash in his spare room. He didn't ask questions, just handed me a beer the first night and said, her loss, man. I nodded. Didn't tell him the details. What was there to say? Yeah, she slept with some guy named Jake because I wasn't jealous enough. Cool, huh? The social media war that only one side fought. Lisa, though, she was working. By day 2, her Instagram was a parade of cryptic quotes. When you realize your worth sparkles, a sunset pic. Her silhouette in a dress I'd never seen before. Some people can't handle a queen crown. Her and 2 girlfriends clinking glasses, Lisa's smile too wide. By day 4, Jake made his debut. A blurry shot of a guy's hand on her thigh at a bar. Caption, real men know how to appreciate a woman. Ryan whistled when he saw it. Damn, she's moving fast. I shrugged. Good for her. And I meant it. Because here's the thing. The more she posted, the more obvious it became. This wasn't happiness. This was performance. Desperate, screaming "Look at me" performance. And the best part? I wasn't looking. The first crack a week in, my phone buzzed with a call from an unknown number. I answered. Mark, a girl's voice, Lisa's friend, Dana. Hey, so? Lisa's kinda going through it. She says she doesn't care, but she keeps asking if you've said anything about her. I stared at my gym bag on the floor. Why are you calling me, Dana? I just think it's messed up how you ghosted her after 3 years. She loved you, and you're acting like she's nothing. I almost laughed. Tell her I hope Jake's hand looks good in all her pics. Silence. Then a muffled sound. Lisa's voice in the background, hissing, "What did he say?" I hung up. The gym, the grind, and the glimpse of moving on. I threw myself into routines. Up at 6 a.m. Lift. Work. Repeat. Ryan joked I was turning into a robot. But the truth? The numbness was fading, replaced by something better, clarity. Lisa had done me a favor. All those years, I thought our relationship was solid, stable. But now I saw the truth. She didn't want stability. She wanted drama. She wanted to feel like I might lose her, just so she could relish me fighting to keep her. And the second I didn't play along, she ran to someone who would. Pathetic. The first sign of karma 3 weeks post-breakup, I ran into Chris, a guy who worked with Lisa. "Dude," he said, leaning in at the bar. "You're way better off. That Jake guy? Total tool. Lisa's already crying to her friends that he's hot and cold on her." I sipped my beer. "Huh. That's it. Huh." Chris grinned. "Man, she hates that you're not reacting. She told Dana you must be secretly devastated." I smirked. "Guess I'm a great actor." The night it hit me that weekend, I went out with Ryan and his crew. A low-key bar crawl, nothing crazy. But then she walked in. Lisa, with Jake. I saw her the second she spotted me, that deer in headlights freeze. Then the quick whisper to Jake, his dismissive shrug. They sat as far from us as possible. An hour later, drunk and brave, Lisa accidentally passed by our table. "Mark," she said, all fake surprise. "Didn't know you came here." I nodded. "Yep." She waited. For something. Anger. Sadness. A sign I was dying inside. I sipped my drink. "You look good," she tried. "Thanks." Jake called her name from across the bar, annoyed. Lisa hesitated, then forced a smile. "Well, bye, Mark. Bye, Lisa." She walked away. And for the first time since the breakup, I smiled. The unraveling 4 months after I walked out, Lisa's carefully curated fantasy started to crumble. It was Chris who gave me the first real update. We were grabbing coffee when he slid his phone across the table with a smirk. Lisa's latest TikTok video auto-played. Puffy-eyed, no makeup, caption, "When you give someone your all and they still don't appreciate you." "Jake dumped her," Chris said. "Apparently, he doesn't do labels." I scrolled through the comments. "Girl, he was never your boyfriend," one read. "You literally left your man for a situationship." I handed the phone back. "Rough," Chris snorted. "That's all you've got." I shrugged. "Not my circus, not my clown." The double standard Lisa's social media shifted overnight. The sexy bar pics were replaced with real talk posts. Loyalty is rare these days. If he wanted to, he would. A tearful live stream. Why do men always leave when things get real? The hypocrisy was almost impressive. This was the same woman who cheated because I didn't fight for her, now crying because her rebound wouldn't commit. Meanwhile, I was thriving. Promoted at work. Signed up for a boxing gym. Even went on a few dates. Nothing serious. But it was nice to remember there were normal women out there. Then, one random Tuesday, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. "Hey, I miss you." I stared at it. Deleted it. Lisa always did have a sixth sense for when I was moving on. The desperation creeps in her attempts escalated. Text number 2. 3 days later, "Can we talk? I have stuff I need to say." Left on read. Voicemail, "Week 2, Mark, please. I made a mistake. Jake was a loser. You are, the only one who ever really loved me." Deleted. The flying monkey, "Week 3, Dana ambushed me at the grocery store." "Lisa's a mess," she hissed. "You couldn't just forgive her? Everyone makes mistakes." I grabbed my milk. "Tell her to ask Jake for forgiveness." "Oh wait, you blocked her too, huh?" Dana's mouth dropped open. I walked away. The public meltdown, the final nail, came via TikTok, of course. Lisa posted a raw, unfiltered rant. "Men are trash. You give them everything, and the second someone shinier comes along, They're gone. The comments roasted her. Babe, you literally left your man for a dude with a motorcycle. This the same girl who bragged about upgrading? Karma's a bitch. Nail polish, I showed Ryan. He cackled. She's begging for you to react. I didn't. But fate had one last twist. The accidental flex. My company's summer party was at a rooftop bar. I brought Sarah, a woman I'd been seeing for a few weeks. Smart, funny, zero drama. We were laughing by the buffet when I felt her stare. Lisa. She was here with a coworker, her face frozen in shock. Sarah noticed. You know her? X, I said. Lisa bolted for the bathroom. Sarah raised an eyebrow. That bad? I grinned. Nah, just irrelevant. The knock at the door, I should have known she wouldn't let it in quietly. It was a rainy Sunday when Lisa showed up at my new apartment. No warning, no text. Just frantic knocking at 9 p.m. like some deranged rom-com heroine. I opened the door to a soaked, wild-eyed version of the girl I'd loved. We need to talk, she demanded, pushing past me before I could react. I didn't stop her. Let her stand there dripping on my hardwood floors while I leaned against the kitchen counter, arms crossed. This is pathetic, Lisa. She flinched but rallied fast. You owe me closure. I laughed. Closure? You got that the night you slept with Jake because I wasn't jealous enough for you. Her hands shook. You don't understand. I was lost. You were so cold all the time, and Jake used you and dumped you. I finished. Yeah, I know. The mask slips for a second. She looked like she might cry. Then her face twisted into something ugly. God, you're heartless. 3 years together, and you just, what, erase me? You never loved me at all. I studied her, the smudged mascara, the way her designer knockoff jacket clung to her like she'd bought it to impress someone. Funny, I said. That's exactly what I thought when I saw Jake's texts. She opened her mouth, but I cut her off. Here's your closure. You wanted drama. You wanted me to fight. Well, congrats. This is me fighting. By walking away from someone who didn't respect me. Lisa's breath hitched. I loved you. No, I said calmly. You loved how I made you feel. There's a difference. The silence that followed was louder than any scream. The last card, she tried one final play. You'll never find someone who. My phone buzzed on the counter. Sarah's name popped up with a heart emoji. Lisa's eyes locked onto it like a snake spotting prey. Who's Sarah? She sneered. I smiled. Someone who doesn't need me to prove I care by acting like a jealous teenager. Lisa's face collapsed. For the first time, she truly saw it. I'd moved on. Not just from her, but from the need for her. Get out, I said. She left without another word. 6 months later, Lisa got exposed when Jake's actual girlfriend found her desperate DMs and posted them. Her TikTok empowerment brand never recovered. Sarah and I moved in together. She laughs when I call her my upgrade. Babe, the bar was underground. My old friends still send me Lisa's cringe posts. I never respond. But my favorite moment? Running into Lisa at the mall last month. She was alone, scrolling angrily through her phone. I almost walked past, until she looked up and flinched like I'd struck her. I nodded, kept walking, and that was that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.